All right, well, welcome back. We're on another Get to Know You video. This week we have been lucky enough to have Dawn Smith of the famous Dawn and Gary, who play in church. Sometimes they share their musical skills with us, but also a big reason why I was excited to bring Dawn in is because she's been in the office this last.
Over a week.
A week
Yeah.
last week, kind of getting to know the system as Jackie is teaching her, and so she's been in here, and we're really excited to have you in the future as secretary of the church. I wanted everyone to get to know her just a little bit before the big transition happens. So thank you, Dawn, for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
So Rice Lake
Mhm.
and the surrounding area. How long have you been here, and how'd you get here?
Okay, well, we moved here full time about 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
4.5, and came here primarily because we just vacationed for many, many years, pretty much most of our married life, and we just love it. And so we were thinking about retiring here, but we're able to move that timetable up a little bit because Gary works at home. So our older girls are out of the nest, but our son attended high school here, and so he's just graduated. Now we're fully empty nesters, and so yeah, we're as soon as it became a possibility, we came here. So
Why not live where you would vacation?
exactly.
Life is a permanent
Yeah,
vacation.
exactly. Yeah,
Right?
not really,
Right?
but we do love it, and we just really appreciate it. Coming from the northwest side of Chicago, northwest suburbs, it's very crowded. It's just kind of a lot of activity and whatnot, 24/7. So
Wait a minute, are you saying the west side of Chicago is different from northwest Wisconsin?
just a little bit,
Just a little bit, okay. Just a little bit. Breaking news, everyone. It's a little bit different in Chicago than it is up here.
Indeed.
Now, you said a little bit about your children.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit about all your creative ventures there?
Okay. Well, we have two daughters. Emily is going to be 29 in January. Erin is 27. I always have to do the math. Both are very musical, although Emily lives in Houston with her husband and is working in engineering now. But and then Erin lives in Chicago, and she is doing a lot in music, doing music directing. She's finishing her master's for teaching choir and music. So that is them. And then
So she'll probably want to move up here and join our church in
I
the
would
music
love it.
department.
I would love it. But yeah, and then Andrew's here in town going to WITC. So
Excellent,
yeah.
excellent. So you've got a pretty strong music vibe going on in the family.
Yeah, we do. We
Does
do love our
Andrew
music.
play or sing, or
He is a drummer.
he's a drummer?
Yeah,
You need
and
one of those.
yeah, well, yes.
The heartbeat of the musical group.
Yes, I was actually hoping for a drummer, and God provided. And from the moment he started school, all of his teachers were, he likes to drum.
I just had a moment in my head where I'm envisioning someone asking you, "Do you want a boy or a girl?" and you saying, "I want
Just
a
a
drummer." Oh, that's great. That's
But yeah.
absolutely great.
So
So tell us a little bit. What do you do for fun on this permanent vacation that you live in? How do you enjoy yourself? What are your
Well,
hobbies?
definitely outside for sure. We love
Mhm.
being in the outdoors. We love doing music everywhere, and we really have had a lot of good opportunities to go to open mics, and we've done some benefits here and there. We play at the Cheska Opera House in Hagen fairly regularly, and so we've really enjoyed meeting so many people in the music community here,
Mhm.
which is pretty amazing. And love to boat, love to, sit around the campfire. And I also have kind of craft like hobbies. I love to make cards, and I do sew occasionally. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, many talents, many talents. Wow, I'm so impressed. So, in the future, if you want to send a card to someone in the church, ask Dawn to make it for you.
I
I'm
do love
sure.
it. I do love making them, I have to say.
Excellent, excellent. Um, what do you think? What do you think is like the strongest attribute, the thing that you maybe cherish the most about our particular church community, and what we do well?
Okay. Well, I think the thing that really struck Gary and I, because we looked around for a while, visited a couple different churches, coming from a more contemporary worship background. Gary and I have been worship leaders and um, done a lot of contemporary music in church.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually kind of shocked that we felt this very strong pull to a church that's much more traditional.
Mm-hmm.
And what we really loved here were the people and just the care that they show one another, the love that they show one another, and how they welcomed us was
Mm-hmm.
really pretty awesome. So, and we have kind of rediscovered a love for the more traditional service as well. So it's been really cool and unexpected, and yeah, we just love the church family here.
Well, you guys are such a gift in our community.
Thank you.
I know on many occasions people will ask me, Dawn and Gary gonna play? And they get really excited when you get up and help us
Aw,
worship.
thank you.
And just both your personalities as well. You guys are so upbeat and positive that
Good.
it's a huge blessing
Well, we are very
um,
blessed. We
for
are very
us.
blessed.
Now, before I let you go, you were talking about the contemporary music
Hmm.
and how much you love it. I gotta ask you, what's your favorite song if it to
Contemporary
worship
song?
with? Doesn't
Wow.
have to be contemporary, I suppose, but
Oh, well,
what's
then I
your?
would be in real trouble because I mean,
I know asking a musician for your
I
favorite
love
song is
music
hard.
over, I mean, some of the hymns that are so very meaningful to me. Be Thou My Vision is one of my absolute favorites, Amazing Grace. Um, and I guess recently I would say In Christ Alone
Mm,
and 10,000 Reasons, which is probably the newest one.
uh-huh.
Our contemporary is getting a little old now since we haven't been doing it as much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
These
yeah.
contemporary doesn't stay contemporary
It doesn't.
forever.
It doesn't.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Well, those are some great sound bites. Make sure that if you want to hear Dawn singing those things in church, you fuss with us and ask these things to happen, and I'm sure we could get them up there. But I want to thank you so much for doing this little get to know you interview, and I know that everybody is wishing you more than good luck as
Thank
you
you.
begin this new
Yeah.
position and
Good
help
luck
us
and
in our
forbearance.
ministry. Yes,
Give me some slack while I try to fill some pretty
yes,
big shoes.
yes. We are eternally grateful to Jackie for her work.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I'm excited to see some new directions and some fresh perspective coming into the church. It's always exciting. So
Thanks,
thank you again
Chris.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us. And make sure you comment on this video underneath if you have ideas of other people you'd like to get to know a little bit better. Or if you have any questions for Dawn, post them on there and maybe we can get back to you. But in the meantime, peace and God bless.